Welcome back, everybody, to the Board YouTube channel presented by the FanDuel Sportsbook for today's pick and roll live stream for Wednesday, January 29th. And what a start to the week it's been. We had a 3-2 Monday, which was a winning day. And yesterday, it was 2-0 on the small slate of picks. The show has been rolling. We're up on this season by around 3 units, and we're looking to keep it going here today. Make sure you guys, if you're ready for the show, we have a massive slate. We'll have tons of free picks coming from PipsNBA and tons of analysis along the way as well. Make sure you guys do hit that like button, especially if you've been cashing with the picks, and please make sure you're subscribed to the channel as well for more NBA content on every weekday here on the Board YouTube channel, 9:45 a.m. Eastern Time. Yesterday's 2-0 bets. It was a winning bet on Anthony Simons over 19.5 points. He got 25 in the end, and it was a winning bet on Jalen Green over 21.5 points. He also gets 25 in the end, so relatively comfy over there. And again, we're looking to keep things going, and we'll get things started right away. We're going to head right into the Dallas Mavericks game against the New Orleans Pelicans. We'll bring in my co-host, Pips NBA, to talk this one through. Pips, what are you looking at for this game here?
Yeah, it's an incredible matchup for two players. I could actually have like 5 bets on this one because it's such a good matchup. Terrible defense, but overall, let's go first. Daniel Gafford over 15.5 points. This one, I don't think it's. I think it's heavily steamed on FanDuel.
On FanDuel.
Yeah,
Daniel Gafford,
this one is
15.5.
Yeah. There is minus 120 widely available. Some minus 125 up to minus 130. I will say is okay. This is like prime time spot for Gafford. Incredible spot. No lively, huge minutes for him. Need to be there to defend against Zion. Overall, incredible. I'll just show you like without lively, and he's playing 24 plus minutes over in 8 out of 11 games, averaging 18.2 points. But we can go a bit further when we exclude top 8 teams again who allowing putbacks. We can see that matchup wise, Pelicans allow second most in transition and the most putbacks points. He scores 85% of his points at the rim, and they allow second most at the rim. And overall, he's over this line in 8 out of 9 games, averaging almost 20 points. And also, he played Pelicans just 2 weeks ago and scored 27 points. So overall, all over the place, like perfect matchup, perfect spot to bet Daniel Gafford. And you watch the Raptors and Pelicans, you've seen Jacob had like 20-something points.
Yeah.
Most transition, easy layups, dunks. They are terrible against the defending bigs. We can see that even guys like Volker Kessler, 90 points. Drew Eubanks, 17 points. Drew Eubanks, 17 points against the Pelicans. That happened 10 days ago. So, yeah, bigs are absolutely destroying them. Adebayo had 23. Even Zach Edey had 14 in like super low minutes. Yeah, this is like one of the best spots. So that's the first official bet.
All right, there we go. Daniel Gafford over 15.5 points. I've seen minus 115 out there, minus 120, minus 125, minus 130 out there. We're good on all those numbers. We'll track it here. Minus 120 for the show, but we're not done in this game. I understand. Something else you're looking at here?
Yeah, it's US Missy. He's not up on the FanDuel as well. They are careful with this one, but it's under 9.5 rebounds and assists. This is just like when you look at the games when he's playing with Zion. Like no other filter. Like when Zion is playing, he gets like 20 to 22 minutes a game, averaging 7.1 the rebounds and assists. Under this in 9 out of the 11. And even when he played without Zion against the Dallas, like they played 2 weeks ago, and he had only 6 rebounds and assists in 29 minutes. The minutes will be down, and yeah, Zion in like they can't play together. And even when they do like smaller minutes, Zion his both assists and rebounds go down with Zion on the court. So yeah, he averaged like 7.1 and he have 9.5 line against team that allow average rebounds and assists. So it's not like easy matchup for him. So I'm really good with minus 125 on this.
All right, so 2 plays in this game to get us started. We're playing Daniel Gafford over 15.5 points. Again, minus 120 for that one, but that one's good to minus 130. You probably can find better than minus 120 as well. Just always shop around in your region. Second bet, Yves Missy, under 9.5 assists or rebounds plus assists. Big time, much lower there when Zion Williamson is involved. So 2 official plays. We'll get to the rest of the slate in just a moment here, but a word from our presenting sponsor here on the board YouTube channel, the FanDuel Sportsbook. The NBA season is heating up, and as we watch our favorite teams and players, check out FanDuel to make every NBA moment even more rewarding with America's #1 sportsbook. It's an easy book to use with a great interface with so many different markets available. These markets are posted quickly with fair pricing and fair limits, and if you do find those winners, you can get your money out quickly with speedy withdrawals. And right now, to make it better, new customers can bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Yes, $200 in bonus bets. So next time you get a hunch on who is going to win or how many points a player will score, bet on FanDuel and watch your picks come to life. Just visit FanDuel.com/board. Make every moment more with FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of the NBA. But must be 21 plus and present in select states. For Kansas affiliation with Kansas Star Casino or 18 plus and present in DC. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bet to expire 7 days after receipt. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit fanduel.com/RG. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat Connecticut or visit mdgamblinghelpline.org in Maryland. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 800-327-5050 for 24/7 support in Massachusetts or call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY in New York. Let's jump back into things here. We'll move down the slate. Back to the top. It is a big slate here today, and we already have 2 official plays on for you guys. Make sure if you have not done so yet, you do hit that like button, support the stream, help find us some new viewers. And if you are one of those new viewers, we do 5 shows like this a week. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. But Pips, we got the Pistons on the road at the Pacers, who've been playing a lot better as of late, and the Pacers are -7 in this one. Any thoughts on this game?
Yeah, I think we really spoke about this game last time they played. It ended up being a win, huge win for like I think Pacers won by 11. Yeah, I think that this should be another win for the Pacers. They somehow playing way better lately, even though they got blown out by the Spurs, but they got them next time. They lost by 30, then they won by 38. But if we look at this, they won 8 out of the last 9, I think. Yeah, they won 8 out of the last 9. Yeah, and they won against the Cleveland Cavaliers, and they won against Suns and the Miami. So some decent wins out there, nothing crazy. So yeah. Think no bets in this one. I'm just going to check one number. Need to check Jalen Duran double.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Back to Jalen Duran.
Nah,
Maybe.
yeah, no. I was expecting plus money, but this is now gone.
Okay.
-125s. At -125, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of it. So, also huge mid to Ausar Thompson lately. His lines are way too low, but it's unpredictable. He gets big minutes when Tobias Harris absolutely suck. So tough one to wait on. So moving on, not very interesting game.
All right. We could go to the next one, or we'll go back to the Missy bet, because that Persian guy asked why you prefer the rebounds plus assists line over the PRA line for Missy. Any reason in particular?
Yeah, they're going to double Zion, and I don't want like him to get like some dump offs, and Dallas is known for leaving guys wide open. Like guys that can score are going to get wide open against Dallas. Like that's how they play defense. And I don't want to include, but I'm okay with under 17.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I don't like points alone under, but you
Okay.
get kind of one higher. You get additional points. So points are at 7.5, and rebounds and assists at 9.5. So combining them, you should probably get like 16.5, but we are getting 17.5. So one extra point there kind of makes it decent.
All right, we can move down to the next game up on the slate. We've got the Brooklyn Nets and the Charlotte Hornets. +3 in favor, -3 in favor of the Hornets here, who are at home. The total here is at 206, a very low total for, well, Hornets, difficulty with injuries. The Nets definitely tanking here. Any thoughts for this game?
Yeah. Also, getting steamed. I took this on FanDuel, actually. D'Angelo Russell over 6.5 assists. Took this. I don't think I'm with this line. I think this is just like common sense stuff for D'Angelo Russell. I took this at +100 like half an hour ago. So to move from +100 to -130 in 30 minutes is like huge steam. Like it's not just like my stuff.
You don't blame yourself.
Yeah. So if you like I'll just show you this bet. If you can get better numbers, you should go for it. If you can get like +100 to -110, this is D'Angelo Russell. Since on the you can show the props madness screen. This is D'Angelo Russell since joining the Nets. So he averaged 7.9 assists over the 8 games, and six against Miami came on 18 potential assists. So he was supposed to cover there as well. Some blowouts. 21 minutes against Portland, still covered. 26 minutes in a blowout against the Raptors, easily covered. 7 assists against Thunder in a huge blowout. So this spread is 2.5. So this should stay close. So he should get like close to 30 minutes. And he averaged like 10 assists per 30 minutes with the Nets. So that should be a great spot to take an over on his assist.
All right, so not going to play it for the show, not widely available enough to give out. But if you can get -110 or better on this assist line for D'Angelo Russell, that would be a play. Just not able to get it, again, for the show purposes, and be unfair to just track it like that. So we can move on to the next game up here on the slate. Back over to the FanDuel odds screen. We have the Raptors away at the Wizards. The Wizards, we know how bad they are. The Raptors, all of a sudden, maybe a good team. They've won 6 of their last 7. They've won 4 games in a row. And I would suspect they make it 5 in a row, despite how bad they are away from home. They 6.5 point favorites against the Wizards. I think the Raptors can win this one. Any thoughts on this game?
Yeah, I kind of was a bit early on calling Raptors like a good team, like not a good team, like that they can win stuff.
Yeah.
And they've lost 3 times when I said they should be able to win.
Yeah,
and then I
they
stopped
got
saying
smoked in some of those games too.
Yeah, yeah, and I then stopped saying it, and then they just started winning, which is crazy. But Raptors over the last 10 games have 7th best defense in the league, and that's it. Like that's how they win games. Like
defense,
so
way better.
Offense is absolutely like sucks. Like
I don't know if anybody watched that Raptors Pelicans game. I don't know why. If you're not a fan of either team, you would watch that game, but it was horrible basketball.
Starting units like okay, but so I texted you like it was the second unit of Agbaji, Shed, Cody Barnes, Orlando Robinson, and Jacoby Walter.
No, not Walter in this one. I think it was
Walter
Boucher in the end.
It was okay when Boucher came in, but this was like
end of the first quarter. Actually, I think Walter.
Yeah, and I think end of the third quarter a bit, like 2 instances short, like for 4 minutes, I think, not nothing crazy.
Oh, it was Bruce Brown.
Uh,
Sorry, wasn't Walter out of DMP. I was right. It was Bruce Brown with those guys.
okay, so yeah, but I watched the game before as well, so I think maybe I'm like messed up the numbers, but that second unit is absolute garbage. If I check out the offensive rating, I wouldn't be surprised if it's less than 100. Like tough
Oh, for
one.
sure. I mean,
Like
yeah, the both teams shot like low 40s. I think at halftime the Pelicans were shooting like mid 20s from the field. It was
yeah,
crazy.
yeah. The defense was good. Like and I had we had a bet on Barnes assists. I had it on the last game as well. So we had it together on the show, and I was like, in the second unit, no one is willing to even shoot. Like
Yeah,
Shed passing up wide open threes. Uh, Bruce Brown also trying to drive and kicking out. Like
dude.
it was
Bruce
it was
Brown floaters are just horrible. Yeah, it's ugly
so
basketball.
Grady Dick is way down this season, but I will play him in second unit. Like he's offense. So I will like I don't know if I bench him. Don't think so. But he needs to play in second unit. That
Yeah,
makes zero sense for him to
he,
not play in second unit.
Darko Rajakovic is incapable of staggering minutes. He has to have like all four bench guys on at once at some point in the rotation, which you can operate without that. Like you can like start Grady Dick. I think you should start him. You can get him out quickly, put in like Bruce Brown because you've still got offense in that. Like maybe you lack shooting there, but then you get a lot more creation and spacing in the second unit. I agree.
Yeah, yeah. So betting wise, uh, Jordan Poole was 24 and a half. He's still on some places. I will bet that under against Davion Mitchell.
22.
Yeah, there are some spots I think with the 24 still. So if you can get down, sure. But yeah, they fucked up. They like it makes sense against the Raptors earlier this season, but now with Davion taking care of him, jail time, and like literally jail time for opposing point guards. I don't think like I'll be pretty much sure that 80% of players for the rest of the season that gets guarded by Davion Mitchell will stay under. Like that's just
He's incredible on that
yeah,
end of the ball. He's starting to
yeah,
show at least some life on offense as well, which is good.
yeah. He was decent last game. Yeah, last game DeJounte shot 5 from 17. I think most
Yeah, something
against
like that. He was
Davion
horrible.
Mitchell.
I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
everyone was horrible other than Zion for
yeah,
the Pelicans. It
yeah,
was
yeah,
ugly game, ugly game.
yeah.
Anything else betting wise in this one, or are we ready to move on?
Moving on. Yeah.
All right, we're ready to move on to the next. How many games we got? Lots of games still to go through here. If you guys are enjoying the show, again, please reminder, hit that like button, help give us some support. Next up, it's Denver against the Knicks. Really interesting matchup here. Two of the top teams in their respective conferences. The Knicks at home, -3 in this one. Any thoughts here with the total at 240?
Ooh, yeah. This is probably because the last game ended up being 260. I think it was 140 something for Knicks and 118 for the Denver. Huge blowout win for the Knicks
Right.
away. Yeah. Um, just thinking I will take one bet which is crazy one, and I don't think I ever took that bet on the show so far this season. I think so far ever. Like I don't think I ever took wing rebounds over on the show yet. And today is the day.
All right.
Let's go to the rebounds and let's look Michael Porter Jr. rebounds.
Wow. You're not a fan of rebound bets, but a rebound bet on a wing, you must really like something here. It's 5.5.
Yeah. I think it's one of the best prices as well. I think it's close. Like I think it's widely available.
You want the over 5.5?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Checking prices. This is quite good. -106. There's +100 widely available. -105 also widely available on this one, but -106 good to play as well.
Yeah, this is one is. I think this one is interesting. I'll share my thoughts. Like so far this season, he's absolutely crushing this line. Like if you look at the entire season, like no minutes, anything, like just entire season, he's over this line in 29 out of 41, averaging 6.7. Uh, Over this line in 70% of the games. When we include Nikola Jokic playing, which is huge, it doesn't change much, just removing 2 games. When we include everyone else playing, Christian Brown, Jamal Murray, it still stays the same, unaffected. When we include Aaron Gordon playing, still even better, 75% clearly. So it doesn't matter actually for him, like who is playing. So why is this line set at 5.5, almost plus money? God knows why. Uh, when we look at the entire season, one of the best rebounding games came against New York Knicks. Last time he played New York Knicks, he had 10 rebounds on 14 rebounding chances, which is a bit like on higher end.
Yeah.
But he had 10 rebounds against the Knicks, and Knicks shot 64% from the field. Like the Knicks scored uh, almost 150, didn't miss a single shot almost entire game, and he got 10 rebounds.
Right.
I went back to rewatch his rebounds. It's either Jokic pulling out Towns on the offense, and Michael Porter Jr. got 4 offensive rebounds because he's better rebounder than, like, he's just way taller than Josh Hart and Mikhail. So, and OG Anunoby is mostly at point of attack or stuff. So he got 4 offensive rebounds. And on defensive end, he had 6 rebounds. As I said, they didn't miss, and he had team high 6 rebounds. He had more rebounds than Jokic. Why? Because Towns was pulling out Jokic. Jokic wasn't there to rebound at all. And he was the weak side defender on OG Anunoby, and he was getting all the rebounds. And when Jokic was there, he didn't even look to rebound. He was boxing out Towns. So it just makes sense. He had 10 last time, and now I expect Knicks to miss more shots. So there is more rebounding opportunities, and it just makes sense. Like I think Malone said, like we are going against. Also, Knicks allow the least rebounds in the entire league, which is, someone will say, like, this is not a, why are you betting over? They allow the least rebounds to centers, to guards, but they allow 10th most to the power forwards, just because Towns was pulling out bigs. I bet this, only time I bet this usually is against Embiid. Like Embiid will pull out opposing big, and then wing will rebound. It's the same thing with Jokic. It's the same thing with Şengün. It's the same thing with Sabonis. So against those guys, you want to bet wing overs. If you ever bet over on rebounds. So yeah, I'm going with this one. I know it's a weird one, but I rewatched the entire game just to get my stance on this one, and I liked everything I saw from that one.
All right. Michael Porter Jr. over 5.5 rebounds, minus 106, minus 105, plus 100 at widely available books for this one. So great prices also available here. And Michael Porter Jr. got us a winner last time we had him. I think it was Monday we had him. So hopefully another one here today. Let's keep it going down the slate. We have up next the Sacramento Kings and the Philadelphia 76ers. Sacramento, they're much better as of late since firing Mike Brown. They're 24-22, 10th in the West, and 9-point favorites against the 18-27 Philadelphia 76ers.
Let's just talk about Fox trade stuff. I don't like this game at all.
Yeah, so in the space of 3 years, the Kings who very rarely have had all-stars in the last 20 years, they've had 2 all-star point guards, and they're going to have traded away both of them in the space of 3 years. That is the sum up of the Sacramento Kings organization.
Yeah, it's insane. Looks good for our under. I think Fox is their best player. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what the thought process is here, to be honest.
Yeah. So they not just that they fucked up the team quality with adding DeMar DeRozan. Now it's for moving Fox. If they didn't add DeRozan, no way they are moving Fox. Like now they like maybe Fox asked out, maybe because like
Possible.
this team can't win and he's a good player. Uh, a lot of stuff on trade destination over the Twitter. I can like my feed is full of bullshit takes. No offense to anyone, but the guy saying he should go to the Bucks for Middleton or Suns for Bill and stuff like. Oh, Jesus.
I don't think the Kings are that dumb. I'm not gonna rule it out for them.
Yeah,
I don't think they're that dumb though.
yeah. I think the like Fox is a really really good player, and the package should be like really good. And yeah, I only see like three destinations for him, and one I don't like at all. Orlando, I don't think he fits like three non-shooters with Banchero,
Yeah,
Frank
yeah. The
Wagner,
the thing
and
about
Fox.
Fox is that he's just does not like as good as he is. He doesn't have a big pull-up threat, and definitely doesn't have a big three-point threat. So you got to have like a really there's a type of team that he needs to go to, if that makes sense.
There are only two options, and it's Houston Rockets and Spurs. Like,
Yeah,
and one makes way more sense than other, and that's Spurs. Like,
yeah,
he's perfect guy to pair with Wemby. Like Wemby opening his driving lanes with shooting outside and attention, and you'll see incredible De'Aaron Fox in that spot. Like, and they need to like Chris Paul is playing probably this season, and next season he is. They will try to win, and then you don't have any use of Chris Paul. Maybe like 20 minutes bench guy. Makes sense, perfect sense, and they have so many young players and picks to give up. Makes no sense to any other spot than honestly than Spurs. It's like just a perfect thing. I
yeah.
don't think
And
they need to
apparently
put.
he wants to go there as well.
Yeah, I mean, who? I don't think there's a player that wouldn't want to play with Wemby. Like that's just he can hide you on defense and he can create you so much space on offense. Like that's just insane. But and for the Houston Rockets, it also makes sense. But I don't want non-shooter. Think the last season for Fox was a fluke when he kind of shoot well.
Yeah,
Every other season of his career, he's 30% from three, which is garbage, and I don't want that on the. I love Fox as a player, but in a good system, in a good with a
yeah,
shooting big, yeah, and
yeah.
it's not the case with the Houston. So please let's go to the Booker or Lavin.
Yeah, so lots of people talk about Rockets. Many people talk about San Antonio as well. Don Buckle asked, why do they want to deal him? It could be that he wants a move, and he's keeping that private. I'm not like that's possible. It could be they feel like they're kind of stuck right now, and this is like the max value for Fox they're going to get because of. I don't think he's got a ton of time left on his contract. I think it's a year and a half left on his contract. I'll just double check that here, but yeah, it's a horrible situation. Yeah, he's a year and a half left on his contract, so they think trade him now before it's an expiring contract. But yeah, to lose a player like you traded Halliburton to keep Fox and make that your main guy, and then you didn't build around him properly, and now you have to trade away the guy you traded Halliburton away to keep. Like it's horrible management.
Yeah, and all that for DeRozan.
For DeRozan.
Which is who is that's really awful stuff.
That's
And
I'm sorry, Kings
yeah,
fans. There's one Ships the Kings fan chat. I apologize because one of the most incompetent organizations in sports. Like they've had things handed to them here almost.
imagine like Spurs can get him for like they have so much on the team
Yeah.
like young players. I would even like yeah. So overall, we move on, but nothing on the game.
Well,
so I wanted to discuss
If
stuff. Like,
for people who trying to find a way to bet this, like I think if you can get a good price on maybe Jalen Wells Rookie of the Year here, because if De'Aaron Fox does end up at the Spurs, Stephon Castle's Rookie of the Year bid definitely decreases. So kind of looking at this one, like Jalen Wells might be a really good option here for Rookie of the Year betting because Castle's going to drop off. What do you think?
I don't know. I don't know what. I don't think much changes for Castle either way. Like, uh, if he stays at the Spurs, they'll probably move Vassell. Like, and then he's almost starting.
That's true.
If they trade Castle, he's playing huge minutes at the Kings because he will be their best defensive player.
You think if they trade Castle? I didn't think about that. I don't think they'd trade Castle. I think it'd be a mistake to trade Castle.
But if they trade him, they are trading Keldon, Vassell, Sohan or someone on the wings, and then Castle steps bigger.
That's true. Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't think that change. I don't think anything changed.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Talk me out of it. Fair point.
Yeah.
All right. Well, nothing on this game. We'll go to the Cavaliers at the Miami Heat. Cavaliers -7.5, and Miami just turmoil right now. Really hoping they can move on from Jimmy Butler. Gonna be a cut price deal. Whoever does land Jimmy Butler, but ugly situation. Any way to bet this game?
Yeah, I'm looking at it. Kind of looks like a spot for Duncan Robinson, but he did like have season high against the Cavaliers, and he enjoys their zone. That's for sure, as a great shooter.
Mm-hmm.
And similar players absolutely destroy them. But I think this could be a blowout. I honestly like this is a spot for Miami to just tank there. Like Cavaliers are down lately. They need to play like a really good game. What's the line for? Oh yeah, Mobley since a turn put huge stinkers and now got 15.5 line. I don't know. How did he perform against Miami? 4 points. Oh yeah, great, really good stuff. There, yeah, probably no bets. Let me see just how Garland performed against Miami. Interesting, 23 points on average shooting, so he got the looks. But I hate betting over on games where there is a blowout possibility.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. So we can move. So let me just check. Yeah, we didn't play last time. Okay, maybe we can move.
Next up, we have 4 more games to go through, everybody. 3 official picks already in play. If you guys are enjoying the show, please make sure you do hit that like button, support the channel, help give us some new viewers, and let's get some more subscribers in for weekday shows like this here on the Board YouTube channel. Next up, it's Chicago and Boston. Boston favored by 14.5. If I'm not mistaken, the last time these two teams played each other, the Bulls ended up winning the game. And, the Bulls beat the Celtics, and 2 days later, the Celtics blew out the Bulls by 25. So I forgot about the blowout game. Nonetheless, they've shown they can beat this team. And a lot of teams have shown they can beat the Celtics lately. They're 5-5 in their last 10 games. They haven't been playing their best basketball. So 14.5, big spread. Do you think that's the right line for this game?
Yeah, no Lavin. So yeah, the best player is out for the best player is out for the Bulls, and I don't think they are really good team without him. Like
right.
Lavin, him like some games he like I think last game against the 76ers. Did they play 76ers last game? Let me just check something because I in my head had like that
2 games ago they played the Sixers.
Yeah,
last game they beat the Nuggets.
Yeah, and Lavin Nuggets. Yeah, against the Nuggets. Man, like Lavin only scored 21 points, but late into the game when it was close and it was like clutch time, he pull out some like longer threes and secure the game and win for the Bulls. And then they just said like we are shutting him down. Like he's too good. Honestly, like this season by Lavin is probably he should all-star season. Like he won't make it because he's on the Bulls. Like 24, 5 and 4, and he's shooting 45% from the 3. Like that's unbelievable stuff from Zach LaVine. And now he's shut down, and other players just stinks. So yeah, the thing is the spread will be higher, but Tatum should be probably out tonight for the Boston. He's questionable, and this is a perfect rest spot for for Tatum.
Right. So, any bets or we move in here?
We have some numbers on Porzingis. Let me just check Porzingis without Tatum. I think there were a couple of games. He played
I think the
10
line's
minutes.
pretty high on Porzingis today. Yeah, 19
There
and a
is
half.
but there is 5.5 on the first quarter.
First quarter bet.
Just for the show, like not like betting officially, but just like guys, there are this time makes sense. 5.5 over in the first quarter makes sense against this team, against the Bulls. So far this season, he played them twice, three times actually. Had 7, 5, and 0, which is crazy. But he ended up going over in all three games. Uh, yeah, I like Porzingis over 5.5 points for this one over in the first quarter, but won't make it official bet, not widely available. But minus 120, minus 110, minus 115 are there. So my lean is Porzingis over first quarter because the matchup is perfect. So he scores most of his points as a post up, a pick and roll. They are fifth worst and the worst, literally. Uh, Over above the break threes, rim there suck. He scores ton of points there. Similar players also kill them. So yeah, this is a great spot for Porzingis.
All right. Next up, we got the Clippers and the Spurs in play. The Spurs potentially changing up the roster if they can land Fox in a trade. But for now, 3.5-point underdogs against the Clippers. Clippers, they weathered the storm very well without Kawhi Leonard. Now they're trying to get him in his groove. But this has been an impressive team this season. Sixth in the Western Conference, 26-20 is their record. Any thoughts on this game?
I think Clippers win this. Yeah, with Kawhi, yeah, I think this should be a win. I don't have bet for this one. Just a second. Kawhi now adjusted to 18, 17, 16 and a half. Like the line is all over the place. There are spots with 16, there are spots with 17, and there are spots with 18 and a half. He is kind of out of big minutes restriction, played season high 28 minutes last game. So he will play at 28 minutes for a couple of more games. So with Spurs allowing so many mid-range stuff, I think this is actually a really good matchup for Kawhi. But line adjusted to 18.5, which is okay, fair line. Betting wise, otherwise, I don't see it for this game.
All right. No worries there. We can move on to our last two games on the slate for today. We've got the Minnesota Timberwolves, who've been quietly kind of moving up the standings. They're 25-21. They're playing against the Phoenix Suns, who also have been moving up the standings. 8 wins in their last 10 games. Both teams on a 3-game win streak, but something has to give here for the 7 and 8 seeds in the West. What are we thinking for this?
I will have bet in. Yeah, I will. The thing is, I think one of the rare times we have KD questionable, and I'm afraid of it. Like him being out changes everything. Like if he's out, Suns are garbage, especially
Yeah.
And the Wolves that then should be like minus 4.5 probably with Kate out KD. With KD in, I think Suns should be slight favorites. Like other way around, it should be minus 1.5 on the Suns if KD is in. Thinking of it, I'll lean towards Booker over on points in this one, just because Jaden McDaniels will guard KD in this one. But the line is adjusted to KD being questionable.
Yeah. 25.5 on Booker right now.
Yeah, yeah. That's because KD is questionable. Earlier this season, they played. KD was out. Booker scored 44 points. It's just trap coverage, and he's just mid-range stuff. And Booker having a down season. I don't know what's happening with Booker. Numbers wise, lately he started to be score well, but overall season below average efficiency for the first time ever, like over the last couple of seasons. But yeah, it's kind of finding groove lately. 27 points average in January, 24 in the December and November. Kind of hitting, settling up for him, but I don't know. I would like his over with KD in and at like 23 and a half, 24 and a half, 25. This seems a bit on the higher end. Right, also, so Bill is 13 and a half with KD questionable, just to like paint a picture.
Wow.
Yeah, that's.
And he's making $50 million, and he has a no trade clause. That is the Phoenix Suns. Speaking of poorly run organizations, as we were earlier, this is another one. It would seem absolutely. So it looks like no bet for this game. We can go to the last game on the slate today. We've got to round it off, Oklahoma City -10 at Golden State. Tough one here. Any last words?
Steph is questionable. He was arrested last night. That wasn't an injury. That was just arrest. So I kind of see him playing. And the fun part about this, and he killed the best game of the season was against Thunder earlier this season. I'll show you guys. So his line is set at season high came against Thunder and Lakers. Earlier this season, he scored 36 points against OKC. Honestly, I have no idea how he did that against best defense. Last season, I kind of remember him doing it last season as well. Last season against OKC, he also went kind of over in every single game. 30 minutes, 25 on horrible shooting, and then again scored 34. So he kind of doing really well against the Thunder. Made 5+ threes in every single game. So I don't know. Like I'll need to watch the tape. I'll go back and watch the tape to see what's going on against the Thunder. Like how is he scoring more points against the Thunder compared to the games against the Lakers, Kings, Bulls, Pistons? Like that makes zero sense. On the season when he is playing 20 and he's playing 28 plus minutes, he's over this line in 65% of the games. Kyrie over, Poole over, Hero over, like similar types to Kyrie doing decent against the Thunder. Maybe it's the shooting, like I don't know, but they are best against pick and roll ball handlers. In transition, where he scores ton of his points, handoff as well. This is a bit of an enigma for me, honestly. Like how he scoring so well against the best defense in the league and sucks against everyone else, which is insane. But yeah, no, I'm not betting it before I see anything more.
All right, so that will do it for looking through the slate. We'll get to the questions now. Back up to the top where we have Turk Blaz asking about Jalen Duren over 11.5 points. You were considering a double-double bet, but for points here, what do you think?
Decent. if you can, like, if you are like okay with him being in foul trouble entire game, sure. If he gets full minutes, he should cover. But will he? Always a question with Duran.
Yeah, we've had our issues with Durin on the show this season a little bit. Nicholas Jepson asked about Jakob Pertl over 24.5 points plus rebound at -113.
Yeah, yep, yep. Should be good. Uh, I don't know how the Wizards can defend him. He kind of down lately. I mean, he did play some difficult matchup like Orlando, Bucks, Boston, but his scoring is very much down lately. Like he went from like scoring 15, 16 a game to scoring like 12 a game. Uh, but he did get 32 minutes in the last game, probably because Zion was there, which makes sense. But
Yeah,
if we take a look at the last 15 games with 26 plus minutes, he's still not killing this line. Also, rebounding not there, but overall points and rebounds uh, also not there. But the Wizards are a unique matchup. Like it's so easy to score against them as a pick and roll guy, like as a pick and roll man, transition, putbacks, post ups. Like every other category is absurd for them. He didn't play against them this season. I think you guys didn't play Wizards this season, right?
not
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah, last season it wasn't like same matchup, but he didn't go over. He did score a lot for the amount of minutes he got, 21 and 24. Yeah, I don't know honestly about this one. Matchup is great. Line seems a bit high, so yeah.
All right, perhaps a bit high. I can't believe I might say this, but there is also the possibility this one gets away from the Wizards. I don't want to tempt it with the Raptors, but there's a chance the Raptors could actually blow out a team today, which is stunning. Maybe not away from home, but
Yeah.
that's on my mind at least a little bit. Couple of people asked about Jaylen Brown's number. Nothing with, like specifically with bets, but questioning if it's a good day to bet Brown because Tatum, if he's out and he's listed out eventually, the line might go up a little bit. The line is already a bit inflated, but what would you say to that?
Yeah, the line is 24 instead of 22, which only inclines more that Tatum could be out. Betting wise, if Tatum is ruled in, of course, smash spot for under if you can get it in time. Uh, you usually tend to have more time when players are ruled in than the players are ruled out.
Yeah,
My experience books like you get like 5 minutes probably when the players are ruled in on some books. And if it's the players are ruled out, it's like instant.
just
Like
yeah. Just be careful not to cook your account in the
yeah,
process.
yeah. That's always I think like, and that's probably the spot where they are like most rigid. Like they just if you take advantage, like that's close to cheating.
Yeah,
Uh,
some trading rooms will literally have Underdog Fantasies Twitter account open just so when a guy's ruled out and if people bet it, they immediately will be aware of your account. Just saying, but
yeah.
be careful out there. Um, Next up, Jelko asked about Jalen Brunson over 7.5 assists at about -115. Um, Last game he had 17 assists apparently.
Yeah, yeah, 26 potential assists. They are hedging the pick and rolls with Brunson. He was hitting wide open guys. They made every shot. 17 is very unrealistic, but if they did do the same, he can get up to 10. Uh, I'm worried Denver will change something since they got absolutely killed last time. But if they stick with the same coverage, he should get this easily.
Sorry, I just saw breaking news. Jalen Johnson missing the rest of the season for the Atlanta Hawks. Torn labrum. I don't know how to say that. Jalen
What's that?
Johnson out for the season, unfortunately.
Yeah, our most improved player now got cooked, and we had like a prime spot. Yeah.
Yeah, Jalen Johnson was going to win if he had stayed healthy. I think we also had Jaden Ivey in the mix, and he got injured for this season. That's a real shame.
Yeah.
But beyond our bets, it's really sad to see as well because he was playing fantastic basketball. So hopefully he can make a
Oh,
recovery.
these thanks Hawks by a huge margin, like their this season total. I think people that bet it prior to.
Fuck. I'm on this.
I think that
total.
people. I think that people bet the over before the season started are still good. They are playing on pace to cover easily. But yeah, if you bet recently on higher numbers than before the season, then that's cooked probably.
So
Yeah.
they are barely above the pace. They're a little bit above the pace to go over their preseason win total, but they have lost 6 in a row. Oh boy. Cavaliers, Pacers, Pistons, Spurs, Bucks. Oh boy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's in
Man,
danger.
that looked
It's in danger.
like
And
I was
and
ready to cash
also
that one, man.
also Trae Young doesn't look well. If something is bothering him, yeah, I watched the last night against Houston. Really slow, really tired. Looked like
Yeah,
exhausted
the
all the
the, the
time.
Raptors game he played, he had a good second half. The first half, I couldn't believe how bad he played.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, something is going on there. Like that.
damn.
Also, Bogdanovic is not looking like a guy. Like, do they stick with Hunter off the bench? Well, let's bet Hunter. Like, if they stick Hunter on the bench without Jalen Johnson, he is winning by 6 man. Like,
Oh, I've
no
I've
pressure.
I've played DeAndre Hunter 6 man. This is if he stays on the bench, which I hopefully he does. That
But
is really good now.
yeah, if he stays on the bench for like 5 more games, he's on from the bench less than 50% of the games. And they started some guy, Guay, last game at the 4. I never heard of a guy. Like they started a guy on not my team, but team I watch regularly that I never heard of. Can you check like
Is
who
it
was it?
Mohamedou Gay,
Yeah,
former Raptor?
yeah. I don't know about.
Starting
I don't
him
know
is
who.
pretty insane. There's a lot of people with that name. Let me see if he is on the Hawks.
Is there
No,
like,
no. Mohamedou Gay's with the Wizards. He's in the G League.
yes, some guy. I need to check. Like this guy, I don't know who is this guy. But
Wait.
if they started him before Hunter, we should be probably okay with betting Hunter to win the 6 man of the year because now he's there like second best player on the team going from the bench. They started.
Muhammad Gay. Okay, so it's
Yeah.
Mohamedou Gay, who plays for the Wizards in the G League, the Go-Go, and there's Muhammad Gay, who plays for the Hawks, who I've also never heard of.
So he played more minutes last night than the entire season so far.
Yeah. They seem pretty invested in keeping Hunter on the bench. Like-
What's the best price we can get for him to win 6 man?
I mean, right now, this is going to move, so...
I think it's that I saw like plus 400 last night.
Let me see. For 6 man, DeAndre Hunter's plus 350 at FanDuel. That's still up. I think 350 is still a pretty good place to play him.
I think there are spots it's better. I think there are spots
Yeah,
it's better. I think I've seen last night. But yeah, I would agree that that
They're
price
implying
is still
like I think DeAndre Hunter's got at least a 33% chance of winning at this point.
Yeah.
This is implied plus 350 is implying 22. Yeah, I really like DeAndre Hunter here. I've already got him, so I'm good. But if you could find 400 or plus 400, that's a fantastic price.
Let me just check
this point.
something on Hunter. So he played 33 games so far this season and started 30. Went off the bench in 31.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough. It's close. Think they could also be the one that are shutting down. I don't know. Can they even tank now? I don't think so.
Well, If the Raptors buy at the deadline, there's rumors they will. The Raptors will. I think the Raptors will finish 9th if they want to at this point. Depends what the Bulls do. Depends what the Sixers do. Where the draft is good, I think the Hawks could consider and should consider just backing off a bit.
They can go. They can finish in 11th spot. Under 76ers.
Yeah, the only thing is they're 9th. They're 1.5 games back of. They're 2 games back of 6th. Like they're still in the mix here to make the playoffs. I'm not sure.
Let me just check something. I know we are going a bit long here. I'm going to check just the
motivation to tank is very strong this year because there's 3 really good players at least, and the one is there's a sensational guy available at first overall if you can get it.
So, Jalen Johnson on the court for the Hawks. They are +2 in net rating. Jalen Johnson off the court. They are -8. 10 plus-minus swing with Jalen Johnson on and off. So their rating, net rating with Jalen Johnson is like in the Wizards almost area. So
all right. So basically, my season win total is cooked. My DeAndre Hunter 6th Man of the Year is in play here. What is their regular season wins? I might buy out of it if I can. It's okay. So it's 39.5. It's locked right now, but it was 39.5 this morning before the news. I am going to try. What do you think it becomes now?
There's 3 less, 36.5.
Which is what I have. So that might be over there. All right,
I'll
see what I can do.
Fun fact. I just checked something I was interested in. And Wizards are -10 with Kuzma off the court. And -22. -22 with Kuzma on the court.
Big sample in both?
Yeah, over 1,000 minutes in him off,
wow.
and 750 minutes with him off on the court this season.
Wow.
This is one of the worst things I've ever seen. Like, I don't think I have seen worse than this in my entire life.
That's just such an unserious player, man.
He doesn't care. Like he's not playing basketball. He's just like absurd stuff. Yeah, -22 net rating. Like that's that's. I don't think we've seen worse. Honestly, absolutely amazing.
That's. I don't know how he's not embarrassed by that. All right, let's get back on track. Let's get to the rest of the show. We'll cut off here. We have 6 more questions queued up. We have Nicholas Jepson asking about Andrew Nembhard over 11.5 points at +100.
Decent spot. I looked into it before the show. Like you need to get him to make at least 1-3, and that should be good then.
Anthony asked about Jokic over 27.5 points at -120.
I don't know, but I think they're doubling him with OG Anunoby.
Okay. Yes, Raptors have done that in the past successfully, so I could definitely see that as well. Jelko asked about Hartenstein over 22.5 points plus rebounds at about -115. And Jorge has asked about Hartenstein double-double at -105.
I like both. In a close game, this would be no sweaty even. Like if it's a 4 quarter minutes for Richard, he's clearing this in 70% of the time, I'll say. But that's questionable. 10.5 spread. And I could see OKC, like if Steph is not playing, which is still a possibility, that should be like running away. The Golden State Warriors are not good, especially without Clay, without Steph and Draymond. Without Steph, Draymond, they are just awful.
Last one, 2 more. There's another Jokic one. It was on points plus assists at -104. You do think he'll get doubled, so I would say also not good for this one.
Yeah, no. doubled, but then they ran away the first guy. So if they are like, if he's wide hitting a guy wide open, they'll try to cover that guy. Like they will run to him to protect the first. Like this game will end up with a ton of hockey assists, but the first guy will be run away from the 3-point line.
Fair enough. And last one, we have Miles Bridges, 30 plus points, plus 310 from good friend Chillionaire.
Decent. Like he needs to take 20 plus field goal attempts in this one. Should be some value there. Like no LaMelo, no Mark Williams, no Trey Mann, no Brendan Miller. Like offense coming through Miles Bridges tonight.
All right. Decent spot there, but that'll do it for the show today. We ran a bit long because of the Jalen Johnson news, but it's okay. Hopefully some good information was passed on to you, and hopefully some good picks in play here. 3 official bets courtesy of Pips here. Make sure you guys have hit that like button if you're supporting the show, and please make sure to subscribe to the channel as well. Weekday shows on the Board YouTube channel presented by FanDuel. The official picks for today, Daniel Gafford, over 15.5 points. We took it minus 120. Yves Missy, under 9.5 rebounds plus assists. We took it minus 125. As always, shop around for all the bets. And Michael Porter Jr., over 5.5 rebounds. We got it at plus 100, which is at a widely available book. Minus 105, plenty of books. Minus 106 as well. So good prices available on that one. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. That'll do it from us. We hope to see you tomorrow. Hopefully, 3 straight winning days in the show with these picks today.